For the first time in the Cardinals franchise, we're playing postseason baseball as we take on the Philadelphia Phillies in this Wildcard series. It's games 1 and 2 in today's episode. By all accounts, this was a very successful season, winning 90 games and having our first postseason berth, with many players taking their games to unimaginable levels before the season. We have a good team right now, and you want to go into the postseason with some momentum. We have momentum, it just happens to be extremely negative, having lost 6 straight games, and going from first place just days before the end of the year to third place. We were talking about winning the division not long ago, and we barely scraped our way into the playoffs at the end of the day, with a seed that only existed as of a few years ago. So while we have not played our best baseball down the stretch, we have a great team, and it only takes one game for us to be in control of things. We can put Philadelphia on the brink of elimination and put the end of the regular season behind us. Sonny Gray and Corbin Burnes will get today's games. The playoff roster does include a fairly new face, Victor Scott, who only joined us in September, but I think offers something very valuable in the playoffs. You never know when you're going to need a defensive substitute or to pinch run a guy at second base because you need one more run badly. Victor Scott adds significant value to the bench. I don't see any reason to change our starting lineup. I like the structure and order of everything. So let's get into our first postseason games of the series. Sonny Gray and Zach Wheeler go head-to-head. We just played the Phillies a few series ago and got to see some of their players. They have great pitchers, and we're going to have to find a way to boost the offense in this series. But we have played them pretty competitively this year. They won the season series, I think, by a game, but we just split the last time we met. So let's begin, everybody. Wild card playoffs are here, and Zach Wheeler, one of the best in the National League, takes the mound with a 2.76 ERA this season, 1.1 whip. The numbers are pretty impeccable top to bottom. We got to just focus on having good at-bats here. It's easy to get frustrated facing the best pitchers, but just got to control what we can, try to get this offense on track again. And here we go. It's at the feet, ball 1. Brendan Donovan, 7.1 WAR player. How many of you expected that preseason? A sinker is in there for strike 1. And a soft fly ball into center, 1 away. We had a very good offense this season. We were 4th in the National League in batting average. We were top 10 in runs scored, slugging, on base. I think borderline top 10 in terms of home runs, and our leader in that department was Lars Nootbaar, who hit 30 this season. Over Wheeler and into center field. That wasn't the wisest pitch to swing at, but I'll take getting our first hit here out the way in the first inning. And then Jordan Walker, who has earned the ability to play here, 3rd in the batting order. He's driven in 89 runs this year at 294 average. One of our most well-rounded offensive players. Punched over first base. Inside out. It's back-to-back singles in the first. 2 on, 1 down. A chance to get on the board. And that's a better pitch to swing at than the ones I did. The count now even. Up the middle, and a double play ball. Turner to first, and that's the top half. Wheeler gets out of the jam. And there is Sonny Gray, set to duel with Zach Wheeler. Equally impressive numbers, I'd say. Wheeler, a little bit better strikeout and walk numbers, but we got 2 of the best. Last time we saw Sonny, it was a 4-inning outing. It wasn't great. I took him out a little early. Not everybody was on board with that call. Was playing it safe there the last couple games, and Sonny didn't have his best stuff that day. Already 1 away, and here is Brandon Marsh. And now an 0-2. Little up and in on the cutter. And he got him on the slurve. Now, the one game we focused on against the Phillies last time, we didn't have to face Bryce Harper. Now we are. Trying to pitch him away, and a 2-strike count. Let's see if this slurve can clip that outside edge. There it is. Strike 3, and a rock-solid first. That's a good cutter on the outer edge. Slide to right, an easy catch. And then Nolan Gorman, 26 homers, 93 RBIs. Another solid season for the second baseman. Wheeler misses away, and we have a full count. Too far inside, and a 1-out walk. JD started slow, but turned in a very good season as our everyday DH. One down and late on the fastball. He's located that pretty well so far. And Tommy Edman drove in 73 runs. I mean, the offense came from everybody this season. Tommy very productive. That's a curveball in there. Softly to second base. And another 0 for Zach Wheeler. Castellanos, another guy we want to be pitching away primarily. And that's a miss inside, but a strike. By him that time. Excellent at bat for Sonny Gray. Wow, I can't believe he swung at that. Pretty far inside. The 3-2. Gray clips the outside edge. Dylan Carlson is the one starter that didn't really have that impressive of an offensive season. He hit in the low 200s. And is primarily out there because he plays good defense, and we just haven't developed the outfielders enough to overtake him. But could Victor Scott be manning center field next year? Inside. Carlson, a free agent at the end of the year, and I've been hyping up Victor Scott a lot these past episodes. Fouled back. And Carlson's able to work out a walk. And we've had a base runner in all 3 innings. Grounded, though, to third base. And the second double play for Zach Wheeler. It is extremely early to consider this, but the thought did cross my mind there to put on Victor Scott and just steal second and third with nobody out. Because I think with his speed, he could have done it. Lifted by Nootbaar. Out to right field, but caught before the track. Might be a little much to just assume we can steal second and third easily. But Victor Scott's someone that I think that gives us a tactical advantage. A full count to Harold Ramirez. Very good start to this game for Sonny Gray. 6 outs into it. Got him reaching above the zone that time. Pitch count's in a good spot too, just 26. And now 27. Fishing again. Softly sending Gorman back, and he makes the catch. Working a full count again. It is Johan Rojas. Poke to right. Nootbaar can't catch this one. Phillies have a hit. Rojas has great speed. Got to be careful with how many of these I try, although I'm not like the CPU when you're playing Road to the Show and they throw over 7 times in one at-bat. Stays put. Real Muto's hitting 9th, man. I can't believe that. What's he doing all the way down there? Now he takes off, and it's fouled off. A pitch out, and Contreras nails him at second base. 2 down. Not often do I pay a lot of attention to the base runners, I'll admit. It's playoffs, though. I better do it now. And Sonny Gray is through 3 on 41 pitches in top form. Popped up by Jordan Walker, a middle fastball, and he just missed. Fouled back a fastball. Wheeler giving us a couple in this inning that we haven't taken full advantage of. And we work out a walk, consistently getting base runners. 3rd walk of the game for Wheeler. A grounder to third base, and this is one thing Wheeler's done throughout the game. He's walked 3, but he's picked up 3 double plays. One thing I love about the show is you can look at player ratings all you want, but from game to game, as Turner lays down a beauty and beats out the throw from Arenado, you have no idea how a guy's going to perform from one game to the next. I'm not going to use the challenge here. Great players like Sonny Gray can feel different from one game to the next. And this is one of those games where he's dialed in. And Gorman knocks it down, has the play at first base. Is that my first manual diving play ever? I almost never dive because I think I can make the play. Or dive and it's out of reach. Turner now up to second. Starting Harper inside. Fouled back. Trying to clip one of these edges. Would love to get a nice strike here, but not close enough. There's the curve on the outer third. That's too high, and now 3-2 on Harper. Got him looking! A filthy slurve from Sonny Gray. Turner at second for Castellanos. Oh, that's sharp. You got to call that one. Softly, Edman out of reach, and it will drop in for a hit. There's just not much you can do about that. 1-0 Philadelphia. Good pitch, softly hit, but dumped out of the reach of Tommy Edman. Now we got to keep it to just 1. Ground ball, and we finish up the 4th. And Gorman will answer and tie this game. First pitch of the 5th. Okay, it is a home run. Oh, boy. 434 feet. I think that wrapped around the foul pole. Thankfully, it is indeed 1-1. Here we go again. And that was a little too close for me to be that confident. Edman got one elevated. He does not do what Gorman did. 1 run and 3 hits for both teams. As we go to the bottom of the 5th. 54 pitches for Sonny Gray. Sonny's going to take care of that one. Ramirez seems to be a righty. You'd rather pitch inside than away from. Ooh, that is money. And that is not good. Deep down the line, it is foul by 3.2 feet. Just threw a sinker right over the middle. I think we are starting to see some of that sharpness go away, but popped up for Gorman. That is not an issue. That is belted to left center. Rojas just missed the home run. But he's in with a 2-out double. Now we're starting to see the curveball and slurve not be commanded as well. I think we've got to look more fastball, sinker, and cutter and try to keep the breaking stuff out of the zone, well out of the zone. JT Realmuto is next. Heavy swing there too early. Now we got him 0-2. I think this is where you can bring the breaking stuff back into play. But can you throw one close enough? It's tapped. Wasn't perfectly placed. Pulling Walker off the bag is Arenado. Wow. Not a mistake you typically see from him. A little two-hopper. Realmuto runs well. You've got to make the play rather quick, but an errant throw brings up Trey Turner. Sonny, 75 pitches in. We do have a couple arms getting ready now in the bullpen, a lefty and a righty. And we're not getting a strike here. Sonny's not falling behind in too many counts. Brandon Marsh is next. Strike one. A walk loads the bases, and we have to make a call here. Marsh is 0 for 2. I think here we've got to make the move. We got Marsh and then Harper. This is the time to bring in JoJo Romero. He had a very strong season. 72 innings pitched. 23.9 strikeout rate. Bases loaded. Fans out of their seats. Ball one. And it's flied to center. Carlson coming in. And we're through 5. Sonny Gray now out of the game. Zach Wheeler likely remaining in. I haven't actually been, well, I guess I've been patient to the point of drawing walks, but Wheeler's pitch count's in a good spot. Probably a lot to do with the double plays. Getting 3 2-for-1s will do that for you. That is belted to left from Donovan, but in play. So far, Zach Wheeler, no strikeouts in 5 1/3. Nootbaar in the air, but softly to center field. Jordan Walker now out to right field. Gives it a ride, and it's out of reach. Walker to second, and he'll hold there. On the missed dive there, I was thinking this could be 3, but he gathered things in pretty quickly out there. Kind of a pitch that got in a little bit too far, but enough power to muscle it the other way. Got to speed up the bat on hits like that. Wilson Contreras. Strike one. Right field. That could be it right there. Contreras drives them in. Makes his way to second, and he's safe. Back-to-back doubles for the Cardinals, and they have a playoff lead. We've been getting sinkers and fastballs in the general center of the plate, and now we're starting to do something with them. Now Arenado's working a 3-0 count. Already a few walks on the day for Zach Wheeler. Could be reaching the end of his outing today as we put another one on. That's 3 straight with 2 outs. And the man who got the scoring started for us now. High to Gorman. Hammered foul. The pitch I thought Wheeler should be throwing a little bit more is that cutter. The sweeping curve and the 12-6 I don't think have been used all that much. He's trying to establish counts early with the fastball and sinker, and it's been easier to read those, and he hasn't really been playing on the edges enough for me to look at a lot of strikes. Most of them have been swinging. 1-2. Lifted the other way. It's got some carry. It's run down, and Wheeler finishes the top half of the 6th. Bryce Harper is a strikeout victim twice over today, and now leave JoJo in to face him, and then look for the exit opportunity. Clipping that inside edge beautifully. Just low on the changeup. He struck him out. That's 3 for Bryce Harper. Romero gets us 2 big outs. And then do we want him in to face Castellanos? It's better to face him with a lefty. Bohm is the guy, though, that is the lefty crusher. Up the middle. Pass. Stedman. And now I think time for a pitching change. Andrew Kittredge, our most reliable middle inning righty this season. Didn't pick up a lot of strikeouts, but was very productive. He's got Alec Bohm. Phillies have turned 3 double plays. I'm only asking for maybe this one. And my wish has been granted. Sir Anthony Dominguez. I'm very familiar with his game. From the days of the Rockies franchise, he was my 8th inning guy, it feels like, for a long time. He's a 7th inning guy today. That right there was a nastier fastball than I think I saw from Wheeler. A couple at the bottom I want to toss aside. And that isn't a bad strikeout pitch, but trying to keep our streak going. And the first strikeout. That was tougher in terms of making contact. Certain pitchers you can just hit better against for whatever reason. We're going to bring in Victor Scott here, and, you know, maybe there'll be a chance to pinch run later, and I just ruined that, but we got 2 down here. Victor Scott with his speed. If he hits one to the gap here, I'd like to make, you know, the most of it. And now we got his defense the rest of the way in a 1-run game. Scott down, 2 strikes. That should have been strike 3. 3-2. We'd gladly take a walk. And if he walks, you can guarantee we'd be stealing. Let's see if we can do it. 99 speed on the base paths now. Victor Scott. He's going. Pitch is low. Head first and safe. I'm not going to try stealing third. A single will get us a run. Here's Donovan. 3-0. 98 that time. Grounded to the right side, and the inning comes to an end. The issue I'm having right now is deciding on the righty I would bring in next. You know, normally I try to play the platoon advantage. Our lefties are so much better, though, than the rest of our righties. So I do think at a point I have to just play the better player, even if it's not the ideal matchup. Because Kopech and Fernandez, I don't know if I want them in a one-run game in a playoff matchup like this. That's popped up. Bounces. Play is made. Now, if we could have Kittredge just go this inning and then we bring in Moore for the 8th, then Helsley the 9th, that's how you would draw it up. That's lined to right. Couldn't put that one above the zone. Base hit. Phillies starting to get their crowd into this as Rojas waves at a slider. Down the line. Foul by less than a foot. Did he go that time? No. It's a strike, though, man. Ground ball. Gorman flips. Double play. We're through 7. Third pitcher now for the Phillies. A 5.75 ERA. This is more like it. All righties so far for the Phillies. Wanted to jump on that first pitch. My swing's definitely been changing lately. I'm not used to being as early as I have been on some of these. And honestly, I view that as an improvement. Wow. Belatti with a nice at-bat there. But I know if I'm early on my swing, I'm a lot closer to where I need to be than if I'm late on stuff. Elevated slider and pounded straight into the ground. Matt Moore on his way in, a 1.89 ERA. I had a lot of outings with him late in the season, and it seemed that I could not get 1, 2, 3 innings, and a fair amount of his runs allowed were under my control. Wow, this zone is starting to really tick me off. This is the best we can do in the postseason. That is Donovan's chance at the railing. He's got it! Thanks to no fan interference. Here's a better look at how close this was. Donovan gets set and reaches into the first row. Guy over here in the Phillies hat, he tried his best to get ejected, but he'll be allowed to stick around a little bit longer. Pitching to Trey Turner now, and a low curve has this 3-1. Fouled off into the seats. Got him with the changeup. And Gorman gloves this. We'll have a lead in the 9th. Can we get any insurance here? Get Helsley ready. Oh, Gregory Soto. I had him for a year in the Rockies franchise as well. We'll face a lefty, and Arenado sends one way foul. And now 3 missing. Arenado's numbers against lefties aren't what they once were. 59 contact and 72 power. But we work out a walk. Three and 2 on Nolan Gorman. Would love a chance to have 2 on, nobody down. And it's hammered to right and turns foul. And now a walk. J.D. Davis, the DH. Clipping the outer edge. 2 and 2. I shouldn't have looked at this one. Jose Alvarado coming in now, and he hasn't played a lot this year, but he's been dominant. I think that ERA means 1 run over 19 innings, 33% strikeout rate. So now you've got Tommy Edman and then Victor Scott. That last at-bat was a tough one to waste. Foul down the third base line. 3-2. They've had to draw a lot of walks in this game. And we've walked them loaded. We just got very lucky. And suddenly now, Victor Scott is at the plate in the biggest spot in his young career. You do have the option of maybe playing Merrifield. You do lose some defense, but you'd get a righty. I'm going to keep Scott in there. You know, his speed can beat out a double play ball in a lot of cases. Let's see if he can give us a chance here. I mean, a sac fly is going to have to be hit pretty well. This zone has been atrocious. Strike one. And now 2. Donovan on deck, another lefty. Got him! Inside with the sinker, and Alvarado picks up a massive strikeout. And now one of the toughest outs of the season. Donovan. Got one up, but having trouble putting the ball in play against Alvarado. And a cutter finishes the inning as we leave them loaded. It's a 1-run game for Ryan Helsley, Bryce Harper, Nick Castellanos, and Alec Bohm. Oh, wait. And this is what it all comes down to. Your best players having to make the plays in critical moments. Bit of a down year for Ryan Helsley. Let's see if he can lock in, though, in a 1-run game. 103 up and in. And 2-0. There's a strike. And now a 3-1 count. A leadoff walk for Bryce Harper. Edmundo Sosa will run. He has very good speed. Again, not much close is getting called. And it's low at 102. Bohm on deck. We've got to throw a strike. And Helsley misses again. 2 on for the Phillies, the winning run at first base. And here is Alec Bohm. Let's get a mound visit in here, perhaps. Try to settle him down, man. 8 balls, 2 strikes. Just wanting a fastball to get in there to try to get ahead in one of these counts. Bohm 0-1 and now 0-2. It's lined, and Gorman makes the catch. Runners stay put. We have Zach Thompson getting warm. We'll see if he's needed. Hopefully not. And we're getting Helsley in the zone more consistently. Tap foul by Stott, and now 0-2. Little high at 102. And now low. Helsley outside. 3 straight miss. And low again. The bases are loaded. This is not what we were looking for. And Helsley needs to clean this mess up. He is our closer. Down the middle at 102. Trying to rely on the fastball right now. It's overpowering. Crack foul. And now looking for a big strikeout. Again low. Softly to left. Donovan makes the catch. And everybody stays put. 2 down, bases loaded, and here's Johan Rojas. 2 for 3 on the day. Tries to lay down the bunt, and that's going to be your ball game. They tried to squeeze home that run. Rojas didn't get it down, and that is a Cardinals win in Game 1. And yeah, that is probably, I think, the biggest flaw with the AI in this game is how many times they'll attempt that play. But for the Cardinals, we hold on despite some struggles there late, some missed opportunities. We ensure that this will not be our last episode of the season. Either we win and see who's next, or we play Game 3 next time. Overall, though, I'm very happy with the win. Thought the pitching was excellent for most of the game. We had a lot of kind of critical situations we fought through. And overall, I'd say that I really like the way I managed this game and the decisions. On to the next one, where Corbin Burns meets Aaron Nola. And in this game, Victor Scott will start in center field. A chance to end Philadelphia's season right here. And I'm starting Victor Scott in this game because we're facing another very good righty. Carlson has not been the answer against righties this season. And I want to see Victor Scott get a chance. I think that he is a more valuable defender, has better speed. It's nice to be able to plug him into a spot like the pinch run. But let's just start him instead. Donovan cracks one to right. It's over the head. And will be a fancy single. Lars Nootbaar follows. And another ground ball. The Phillies keep creating double plays. Wow, whiffing entirely there on the curve. He gets a strikeout to wrap up the first. We got a very strong start from Sonny Gray. And now the 2021 Cy Young Award winning Corbin Burns tries to follow it up with an outing that could get us to the division series. Trey Turner. And Turner is down on strikes. Base hit to left field. Brandon Marsh gets the Phillies' first hit. And a bouncer from Harper. Gorman. I thought maybe he had gotten him there. On those kind of bang-bang plays, it's pretty hard to make those calls in real time. 2 down, man on second. That was trouble, and Castellanos has an RBI base hit. So that's one already for Philadelphia. That was the first curveball of the day. Might be a while before we return to it. Inside out from Bohm, and the third hit of the inning. Fly to Scott. A short retreat, and we're through one. See if we get any more offense out of this one. Very low scoring game 1. Seems I'm going to have to be prepared to see far more curveballs from Nola. Hop back. Sliding play. Trey Turner gets him. Getting a hold of a curve now, but hit straight to left field. He's throwing them early and often. I always feel if a guy is curveball heavy, like eventually we're going to get a hold of a couple. But we'll see if that's the case. Good changeup from Burns. And he struck out Rojas. Real Muto, he's aboard with a base hit. That gets away from Contreras. Extra base. They had a 2-out knock in the first inning. Trey Turner trying to make it a second time. Good slider from Burns. And he got him fishing. Strike 3. You're throwing off curveballs. Eventually I'll look at some fastballs down the middle. It's all about how you sequence things, and sometimes you wonder how you end up looking at pitches like that. He struck him out again. When he can hit that bottom edge, we just have no chance. And he's consistently hitting it. And that could have been strike 3 even. Oh, that should have been strike 3. If I can get the name of the home plate umpire, I'm going to put him in my notes. So if I see him again, I know the strike zone is merely for show. Let's see if Victor Scott can get us going now. It's his first start in the series. Well, he probably had a start in the regular season. But he hasn't gotten many starts. Less than 20. And now a playoff start. Full count to Scott. That's a walk. Do we go on the first pitch? Or see if they're concerned? What? I tried to extend his lead. I've never seen that before. I was just merely trying to extend his lead, and then he advanced. Was that just bad timing? Did I just get COD timinged in MLB, basically? Like, did he look to pick off as I hit that? The world may never know. One gone here for Corbin Burns. Softly tapped, and Harper is still hitless in the series. Full count to Nick Castellanos, who drove in that first run. And now pops up for Arenado. Corbin Burns has been throwing really well. That's into left field. Easy play. Now Nootbaar to right center field. And that'll touch down. It's our second hit of the game. And a double. Looking for our first run off of Nola. Inside. Trying to get us to chase a curveball. Not yet. And then can't get the outer edge. Green light and early on the fastball. Right center again. They won't get to it. Off the scoreboard, and Walker has another double. That ties the game at 1. Some opposite gap magic for us in this series. That brings up Contreras. He goes to left field, and Walker on the late break will hold at third. We need to put this one in the air. We already have 4 double plays in the series. I don't want to put this on the ground. Arenado, foul. And a tapper to third. You've got to be joking. I guess it was a low fastball, but it's just ridiculous how many times this has happened. Base hit right field for Alec Bohm. Nice slider from Corbin Burns as he evens the count against Bryson Stott. And a tapper. Walker. I don't know. I hit triangle an hour ago. I guess I was holding up. I wish there was like, just give me a machine that spits out ground balls and let me just play around with a couple hundred of those. Because I know what I want to do. But when you're trying to like mix in throws and slight movements and everything, like it's hard to actually execute it. Right field, Newt Barr has it. I know there's a practice feature in the game. I don't know if there is like an infield defense practicing option though. Ground ball. Gorman can't stop it. They'll test Newt Barr. He's not in time. Rojas does it again. Had a couple hits in game 1. Big one to put the Phillies back ahead. This stinks because I feel like Burns is pitching well enough to have a shutout right now. Got JT fishing out there. 3-2. Turner on deck. Does not offer on it, and Turner gets a chance. Burns, 2 strikes, too high. Good changeup to wrap up the 4th, but we do allow the Phillies to retake the lead. J.D. Davis, routine play. Was an easy inning for Aaron Nola. And we go bottom 5. 64 pitches for Burns. Got a lefty and a righty getting up. Energy's in a fine spot. There we go. Good slider. And struck him out badly. Let's see that changeup again. Man, that one really drifted out. Here's Harper.
1 ball, no strike.
Right to Scott. Routine play. Trying to put away Castellanos. Phillies have gotten some production with 2 outs, and that slider doesn't belong up there. Wow, that hit him? All right, that got away from him, I guess. Bohm is 1 for 8 career against Burns. Cutter is by him with 2 strikes. Got him! Burns through 5. Scott leading off the inning for us. Top 6. Away is the curveball. Scott back up the middle. He delivers a leadoff hit. Now to not get picked off again. And the sinker is there. I wasn't even ready for that pitch. I was still focused on, all right, I want a little bit more lead. I think he slide-stepped me that time. Rolled over. Dude, this is ridiculous. How many double plays can one team hit? Fastball, bottom edge, I guess. Hop back by Nootbaar. That one more middle of the plate. Now a full count. Nola has 1 walk on the day. Looking for 6 really solid innings. Back up the middle and through. Extending the inning for Jordan Walker. That's kind of amazing that his only hot zone seems to be right down the middle when he's been a very consistent, strong hitter. Got to have a couple more hot zones at this stage, right? 3-1. We want to get Nola out of this game. Gave up a 2-out hit. Now Walker. And he comes back with a devastating curve. But now we can send the runner early. In on the hands. And that looks to wrap things up here, top half of the 6th. Burns also looking to get a 6th inning out of this. He's got more stamina than Sonny Gray. And he's still very sharp. The cutter is hammered deep to right. It is hooking. It is foul. That was 3.2 feet, but it didn't feel like that was going to have much chance of being fair. That could be a play for Contreras. The Phillies watch him, unable to make the play. That was weird. I got an inaccurate landing zone there. Deep left now. Donovan on the retreat makes the catch. 93 pitches on the day for Corbin Burns. Misses outside to Harold Ramirez. He struck him out on the change. Right field with Carey. Nootbaar seals the 6th inning. That should be it for Corbin Burns, and I think he had an outstanding outing. He and Sonny Gray have given us the types of games you want your top-of-the-rotation arms to give you in the postseason. The bat's got to do more now. We only have 3 runs scored in these 2 games. Let's see if we can get something going late against Nola. Down the line and foul. Struck him out on the same curveball he's picked up most of his other strikeouts with. Same pitch, same location. The swings are not drastically early in most cases. We've swung through a lot of those. That one is on the earlier side, apparently. He's thrown his curveball 33% of the time. We're 2-8 against it. And we've missed 8. A drive deep into the Philadelphia sky. Arenado just missed it. And now Gorman to the opposite gap with some carry and room to make the catch. 7 innings for Aaron Nola, and I'm not even sure that's going to be it. But we're going to make the move here with Burns, and I'm going to... do I want to go Thompson or Gallegos? I'm going Zach Thompson. He's been the better pitcher. And after the next couple batters, you'll get Harper again. Ground ball. And an out on Real Muto. Getting ahead of Trey Turner. And blew a 94-mile-per-hour fastball right by him. Brandon Marsh.
1 and 2.
Hard to catch up to that fastball. 1 and 2.
2 and 2.
He almost bit. Harper is on deck. And he'll hit here in the 7th as that's down the line. Donovan gathers in the corner. And that'll give Harper a chance with the man in scoring position. Up the middle. Gorman can't stop it. First hit of the series for Bryce Harper. And that is a run. Phillies lead 3-1. Runs have been hard to come by, and a 2-run lead right now feels huge. Wide to right. We got to get some offense going. How much longer is Nola staying in? Well, he's coming out now. Jeff Hoffman is in for Philadelphia. Let's see if we can get something going. We're not going to see that knuckle curve anymore. 2-1 from Jeff Hoffman. Base hit left field. Davis hit that one at 115. Feels like we're getting on top of a lot of balls that are middle or up, though. Like, we got to fix up this launch angle a little bit. I just cannot believe it. Is that 7? Scott Towers one to right field. Deep into the corner, but doesn't have the strength yet. Here's Giovanni Gallegos, who just did not have a very consistent season. Saw his role change a couple times. Was our setup man at the start of year 1, but has had a couple role demotions since. Now just kind of a guy we put in when we're losing. A good changeup, though, on Bohm. They keep checking out their bat. It's just good pitches, man. And we changed speeds enough to get him waving wildly. Nasty stuff there. Right field. Brilliant outing for Giovanni Gallegos. And now last chance for the Cardinals, or this series could be tied up. Trying to get a man on as we face Matt Strom. We got a lefty here. Donovan did well against lefties this season. Ooh, right over the middle. Slider, fastball, sinker, cutter, circle change. How come no one has 6 pitches? Give me a guy who's got that buffet skill set where he throws like 12 pitches and like none of them are really all that good, but there's a lot of variety. Strike 3. And now the lefty Nootbaar has to make something happen. That's a fantastic slider from Strom. Not sure that was a strike in game 1. Okay, maybe the zone is still bad. Oh my God, that was terrible. The ball just looks so different when it misses that badly. If we were a little bit closer, it would have been easier to read. Jordan Walker, our last hope here in game 2. He flies it out to center. It is a routine play. And we'll see you tomorrow for game 3. We split the first 2. We just could not get the bats going here. And it was frustrating. The runs that we did give up felt preventable. But if you only score 1, it's your offense that is the reason you lost. If we could stop hitting the double plays, that'd be amazing. I think we've hit into 7 in the first 2 games. Great stuff from Burns and Sonny Gray today. And we're really going to need Steven Matz to go toe-to-toe with Ranger Suarez in game 3. All 4 starters have delivered starts that you expect of them in these spots. But now, we've got one more game against the Phillies, and we'll see who's advancing to the NLDS. One thing I've wanted to do as we go through postseason games again is I want the upload frequency to kind of match the series. You know, when we play a 3-game set, it shouldn't be like, all right, game 3's in a few days. Like, tomorrow is game 3. So be ready. Thank you all for watching today's video. Please leave a like and subscribe to the channel and leave any thoughts you have down below. Again, game 3 comes your way tomorrow as we try to take our first postseason series of the franchise. Have a great day, everybody. I'll see you next time.